Welcome back to another deep dive into the future of driving, where innovation meets legacy and imagination turns into sheet metal, technology, and torque. Today, we're talking about something that's stirring up massive anticipation across the automotive world, the 2026 Ford Crown. A name with history, reinvented for a new era, and poised to challenge everything we think we know about the modern sedan sub-crossover segment. So let's settle in and take a journey into what makes the 2026 Ford Crown one of the most talked about vehicles heading into the future. The first thing that strikes you about the 2026 Ford Crown is the philosophy behind its creation. Ford hasn't just revived a classic nameplate, they've reimagined what it represents. The new Crown is built on Ford's next-generation global platform, designed to accommodate hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and fully electric powertrains. In an era where automakers are scrambling to keep pace with rapidly shifting regulations, Ford is trying to get ahead of the curve by offering flexibility right out of the gate. This new platform allows the Crown to evolve through the decade instead of aging out quickly, which is exactly what today's buyers want from a vehicle expected to last long-term. On the outside, the 2026 Crown makes a bold design statement. It doesn't look like a classic sedan, and it's not exactly an SUV either. Ford took a risk blending coupe-like sleekness with the height and stance of a crossover, and the result is something that stands apart on the road. The silhouette is low, stretched, and clean, with aerodynamic sculpting that's not just attractive but functional. Ford claims the Crown's drag coefficient is one of the best in its class, giving it better efficiency, better stability, and a surprisingly quiet ride even at highway speeds. The front carries Ford's new signature lighting design, with a seamless LED strip that stretches across the fascia, framing a grille that's more expression than necessity on electrified models. The wheel options also help define the Crown's personality. Standard models come with 19-inch aero wheels, while the upper trims offer 20 and 21-inch turbine designs that look futuristic without being over the top. Ford has clearly aimed for a premium appearance, positioning the Crown as a stylish but attainable option for drivers who want luxury vibes without luxury brand pricing. Stepping inside the Crown, it becomes immediately clear that Ford has pushed far beyond traditional interior design. There's a strong emphasis on simplicity, technology, and comfort. Instead of cluttered buttons or outdated interfaces, the entire cabin flows with a minimalist aesthetic built around two large digital displays. The instrument cluster is crisp and highly customizable, while the center touchscreen, available up to 15 inches, runs Ford's new Sync OS, an upgraded interface designed to feel more like a smartphone and less like a traditional car system. One of the Crown's standout features is Ford's next-generation voice assistant, which uses natural conversation patterns to control almost any function inside the car. Want cooler air? Just say it. Need navigation without touching anything? It's already listening. And for the first time, Ford has introduced gesture recognition, allowing the driver to perform simple actions like skipping tracks or adjusting volume with a wave of the hand. The materials inside the Crown elevate the experience even further. Even the base trim uses high-quality soft-touch finishes, while higher trims introduce recycled premium fabrics, optional leather alternatives, and ambient lighting that responds dynamically to driving mode and time of day. Ford wants the Crown to feel like a sanctuary, and it hits that mark with surprising confidence. The seating position is slightly higher than a traditional sedan but lower than a typical crossover, giving drivers a commanding view of the road without the bulky feeling many SUVs carry. Rear seat passengers benefit too, with more legroom than expected thanks to the stretched wheelbase. The Crown's sloped roofline might look limiting from the outside, but Ford carefully engineered the interior shape to maintain headroom without sacrificing style. The trunk space is generous, and in hybrid and electric variants, Ford has confirmed a flat load floor to maximize practicality. Now let's talk powertrains, because the 2026 Crown is all about choice. The standard model arrives with a next-generation 2.0-liter turbocharged hybrid system that delivers smooth acceleration while keeping fuel consumption impressive. Ford's engineering team has tuned the system to provide immediate torque response, making the Crown feel quicker off the line than the numbers might suggest. The estimated combined output sits comfortably above 240 horsepower, giving it plenty of muscle for daily driving. The plug-in hybrid version takes things up a notch with a larger battery pack, extended electric-only driving range, and a boost in power that should push it closer to the 300 horsepower mark. This variant is perfect for drivers who want electric driving for city commutes without worrying about charging infrastructure on long trips. But the real highlight for enthusiasts is the all-electric Crown. Ford is equipping this version with its new generation dual-motor setup, delivering all-wheel drive and instant torque. Early estimates suggest performance numbers that rival some entry-level luxury EVs, including a 0 to 60 time comfortably under 5 seconds. The battery pack promises a competitive range, expected to land somewhere between 300 and 350 miles depending on trim, and fast charging capability that significantly reduces downtime on road trips. Ford hasn't neglected the driving dynamics either. The 2026 Crown uses adaptive dampers, an updated suspension geometry, and an available sport tuning package to give drivers a choice between a relaxed cruiser and a more engaged ride. Even with its coupe crossover design, the Crown's handling is sharp, responsive, and confident. You can feel the engineering focus on creating a vehicle that blends comfort and agility without leaning too far in one direction. Safety technology, of course, is an area where Ford continues to evolve. The 2026 Crown features the latest version of Ford Copilot 360, which includes enhanced lane centering, predictive collision avoidance, improved blind spot monitoring, and intersection emergency braking. But the biggest advancement is the expanded hands-free driving system. Using upgraded sensors, high-resolution road mapping, and an improved driver monitoring camera, the Crown can handle more complex highway scenarios autonomously. Ford has been pushing toward full hands-free capability on more road types, and the Crown moves that ambition forward by expanding the number of supported highways and adding assistance in traffic jams, lane changes, and merging situations. What sets the Crown apart from other vehicles in its class is its identity. It's not just a revived badge thrown onto a generic design. Ford approached the 2026 Crown as a symbol of transition, from traditional sedans to electrified crossovers, from physical buttons to digital intelligence, from gasoline-first engineering to platform flexibility. This isn't nostalgia, it's evolution. With all these features, what does the 2026 Ford Crown mean for everyday drivers? It means having a vehicle that adapts to your lifestyle, whether you want fuel efficiency, cutting-edge tech, long-distance comfort, or just something that turns heads in the parking lot. It offers a premium feel without the premium price tag, making it accessible to a wide audience. And most importantly, it's building a bridge between the old automotive world and the new one that's rapidly unfolding. As excitement continues to grow leading up to its release, one thing is clear: Ford is aiming to make the Crown a cornerstone of its future lineup. It represents a blend of style, versatility, performance, and sustainability that aligns perfectly with what modern drivers expect from their next vehicle. And as we look ahead, the 2026 Ford Crown stands as a bold reminder that the future of driving isn't just about going electric, it's about redefining what a car can be. In the years ahead, this model may become one of those vehicles we look back on as a turning point, the moment when Ford took a legendary name and used it to introduce a new chapter of automotive design. So that wraps up today's deep dive into the 2026 Ford Crown. If the future of driving excites you as much as it does us, then stick around, because there's so much more on the way.